Good evening, Richmond County, and welcome to your Wednesday edition of Live at 5. I'm Matt Harrelson, and we're being joined on the desk by Crystal Shaw, counselor at Richmond Community College. So, Crystal, we really appreciate you joining us. So tell us a little bit about what you provide as a service at Richmond Community College.
We assist students with admissions and academic advising, career counseling, and we also provide some personal counseling and referrals for resources that we have locally for Richmond and Scotland County.
Okay. Go into it a little bit about what exactly the counseling part is, as far as what you guys provide in that aspect.
Well, we can provide full-on therapy, but two of our counselors, they're in student services, they're licensed counselors, and we can provide crisis counseling on demand, but we typically kind of try to help our students along the way to kind of keep them in classes and anything that we can do to try to pull it together for them so that they can be successful.
Is that something that you guys see a lot nowadays in students?
Different students, they go through different things. Sometimes, when they're living with their parents, sometimes they have arguments with family. And sometimes that may lead them to want to live somewhere else. Mm-hmm. And a lot of our students, too, are adult students. So, they may have different situations. We've seen some domestic abuse and different things like that, unfortunately. But
all right. Well, how long has this service been provided at the college?
As far as I know, as long as it's been open.
Oh, okay. All right.
As long as we've had counselors on staff, yeah. And I've been with Richmond Community College for over 6 years now, so.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Are you from this area? I mean, how'd you get into being a counselor?
Yes, I am from this area. I've always enjoyed talking with people, and I just kind of thought that was a skill that I could hone in on. And it's worked out pretty well for me. I went, off to school for a little bit, but I moved back.
All right. A lot of people doing that. I'm the same way. I was one of those that said, I'm never moving back, and yet here I am. So if anybody wanted to get in touch with you or any of the other counselors at Richmond Community College, how can they go about doing that?
They can call us at 910-410-1730, or they could email us on the directory on our website. We have our names. My name's Crystal Shaw, but we have our other counselors listed there as well.
All right. You just heard it. Crystal Shaw, evening counselor, I see, at Richmond Community College. Really appreciate you joining us again. We're going to take our first commercial break. When we come back, we've got your Live at 5 weather report with Russell and news. All that and more right after this.
McNair Auto Sales is the place to buy your pre-owned car, truck, or van. To be the best, it takes big selection, friendly staff, and great pricing. We guarantee a no-hassle buying experience, and financing is available right on site. So come see us today. We're located at 1026 East Broad Avenue in Rockingham. And remember, with over 40 years of experience, you know McNair is the name you can trust.
At Richmond County Hospice, we strive to provide high-quality care to our patients and their families. Whether it's the incredible hospitality at the Haven House or from the comfort of your own home, you can count on Hospice to be there for you. We also offer monthly grief support groups, and our chaplain will be there to hold your hand in prayer. Through our amazing staff and our volunteers, Hospice has made difficult times easier for our community. Call the number on your screen if you feel that you or your loved one may benefit from our services. Richmond County Hospice. Peace, comfort, dignity.
Willow Tree Antiques and Gifts is an occasional shop located at 122 South Hancock Street in Rockingham. We are open the first weekend of each month, Thursday through Saturday. We strive to offer a unique selection of vintage, antique, handmade, and new goods. If you are looking for something out of the ordinary, then we're the place for you. Willow Tree Antiques and Gifts is passionate about helping you make your home or office space unique. We would love to see you during our next occasional shop dates.
Your Live at 5 weather report is brought to you today by McNair Auto Sales, and so far it's been a pretty hot day today. I definitely sympathize with those who have to be out there in that heat today, and hopefully you're keeping yourself cool with a bottle of water, or you got your shade tree around to try and beat the heat a little bit, but right now it's not looking too nice out there for some of y'all, and hopefully y'all have some AC by the end of the day when you get home. But as we look for tomorrow, I can promise you that we'll probably have some thunderstorms coming out from there across the entire San Jose region. As a matter of fact, we're going to start in Fayetteville for the temperatures with a high 93 and a low of 72. Down in Lumberton, it'll be a high 93 and a low of 73. Rafer's going to be a high 94 and a low of 71. Then in Scotland County, we've got a high of 94 and a low of 72. If we look up in Southern Pines, it'll be a high 91 and a low of 70. LRB is going to be a little bit cooler than Rockingham. It'll be a high 93 and a low of 70. Rockingham's going to be a high 95 and a low of 69, as well as Wadesboro. So thunderstorms throughout the region. It's going to be a bit of a mess tomorrow if we get that thunderstorm, but it's kind of like a 60% chance right now. So it can happen, but it could also not happen. So we'll keep you updated on that as we take a look at the 7-day forecast. Again, high 95, low of 69 for tomorrow. Thunderstorm chances on the way. Friday will be a high 85 and a low of 70 with a 70% chance of thunderstorms that day. Saturday is looking about the same with a high 85 and low of 70 as well. Thunderstorms are going to be a coin toss on that day. But as we look further into the weekend with Sunday, it'll be a high 87 and a low of 71 with a 40% chance on thunderstorms throughout the afternoon and the evening. So weekend is going to look a little bit messy. And of course, Plaza Jam is tomorrow. So you may want to keep a closer eye on the weather for tomorrow if you're going to go to it. Hopefully we can get it all in. We'll have a great time out there. But Monday will be a high 84 and a low of 69. Just a little bit of a coin toss there for the thunderstorm chances there as well. But then Tuesday will be a high 88 and a low of 70. Only a 4% chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon and no chance in the evening. So as we take a look at Wednesday, it'll be a high 90 and a low of 70 with partly cloudy skies. So around Tuesday evening, all that's going to be pushed out of here. We'll have sunny skies back in the day forecast. So that's going to do it for your Live at 5 Weather Report. When we return, we've got your Live at 5 news on the way right after this.
Hometown heroes? Well, maybe. When it comes to backyard comfort and no pesky mosquitoes, call Brown Termite and Pest Control at 910-895-6410 or 910-276-8870. Their team of superheroes can take back control of your paradise. That's 910-895-6410 today.
At Richmond Community College, we can prepare you for a high-skill, high-paying career in a variety of fields. We are always developing new courses and programs in response to the communities we serve. We offer day, evening, and online courses, and you can now complete 7 curricular programs entirely online, including our university transfer degree. At Richmond Community College, we believe in helping you prepare for a better life. Richmond Community College, local college, big impact. Officials believe a house fire on the corner of Leek and Glenwood Streets that displaced 7 people early Wednesday morning was sparked by an electrical issue. Fire Chief Harold Isler said one of the occupants told him they had been watching television when the lights began to flicker and the breaker tripped several times. The occupant told firefighters that a neighbor came over to tell them the side of the house was on fire and the 6 adults and 1 child were able to escape without injury. According to the chief, the fire had spread to the attic and flames were coming out of every corner of the 1,250 square foot home by the time the 14-man crew arrived around 12:49 a.m. Crews had the fire contained within about 20 minutes, and they stayed on the scene to help collect what was salvageable and made sure there would be no more flare-ups. There was no damage to nearby structures, and the American Red Cross was called in to assist. A Scotland County man is accused of selling drugs in Richmond County. According to warrants, 35-year-old Randy Armstead Spencer of Laurinburg sold 0.2 grams of cocaine to a confidential informant on May 14th from a burgundy 4-door passenger car. The warrants do not specify if the cocaine was in crack or powder form. He was arrested Monday and charged with 1 felony count each of possession with selling and intent to manufacture, sell, or deliver a Schedule II controlled substance and maintaining a vehicle, dwelling, or place for a controlled substance. Online records show Spencer was charged with a misdemeanor count of assault on a female on Sunday when he was booked into the Richmond County Jail. He's being held under a $10,000 secured bond on the drug charges and a $1,000 bond on the assault charge. A Charlotte woman is accused of using other people's personal information to get a cell phone account. According to warrants, 27-year-old Jasmine Thomas tried to obtain a cell phone account from Walmart between June 18th and 19th using a false North Carolina driver's license. She allegedly used the driver's license number of a man from Charlotte and the name and date of birth of a woman from Farmville. Thomas was arrested July 15th and charged with 2 counts of identity theft and 1 count of attempting to obtain property by false pretenses. She was released on a $5,000 unsecured bond and is scheduled to appear in court August 22nd. 2 Anson County men are facing drug and gun charges on this side of the PD River. According to warrants dated July 26th, 41-year-old Calvin Devins Miller was found in possession of a Taurus 357 Magnum with a scratched serial number, and 27-year-old Chadrick Mandel Burns had a stolen High Point 9mm Luger. Both men are from Wadesboro. Officers also allegedly found a half ounce of marijuana, a grinder, and cigar wrappers. Both were arrested and booked into the Richmond County Jail. Miller is charged with possession of a gun with an altered serial number, and Burns is charged with possession of a stolen firearm. Both are charged with 1 misdemeanor count each of carrying a concealed gun, possession of up to a half ounce of marijuana, and possession of marijuana paraphernalia. The North Carolina Division of Adult Correction and Juvenile Justice announced the impending arrival of female offenders to the former Lanesboro Correctional Institution, which has been renamed the Anson Correctional Institution. Most of the female offenders to be housed at the newly renamed prison will be in medium custody. The prison's layout gives management flexibility to house other custody levels in the future and provides for potential growth of the state's female offender population. The male offenders who had been housed at the facility have been moved to other adult male institutions, including Montgomery and Greene County. Those male offenders were classified as medium or closed custody, which is the highest level of supervision within state prisons, and they are now in smaller facilities or smaller housing units to provide increased security. The still existing Lanesboro Minimum Custody Unit will continue to house minimum custody male offenders at the former Brown Creek facility, which is adjacent to the newly renamed Anson CI. And that's going to do it for another edition of Live at 5. Be sure to stay up to date on all the latest in Richmond County by going to richmondobserver.com or by downloading the free RO app for your mobile devices. For the Live at 5 crew, I'm Matt Harrelson. Thanks for watching and have a great night, Richmond County.